Don't be an AI engineer if you're like this. This is obviously a rapidly growing field.
AI,
artificial intelligence,
the most profound technology humanity is working on.
really affect the future dramatically.
Perhaps the most important foundational technology of our time.
It is a renaissance.
But it's not for everyone. So if you fall into one of these two categories, please don't be an AI engineer. The last thing you want is to end up in a career or field that's just not right for you. You're probably gonna work for the rest of your life, and if you don't enjoy what you do, someone who does is gonna outwork you. They're gonna get the promotions and they're gonna get the job. So please make sure AI engineering is right for you. By the way, I'm Dev. I got into Amazon and Google before I graduated. I've helped thousands of students land their dream job, so all of this comes from experience. Okay, group number 1. If you like math and neural networks and all of the nitty-gritty equations behind AI models more than anything else, then you probably shouldn't be an AI engineer. Now, this might come as a surprise because everyone talks about how important math is for AI. And of course, math is important, but it's really not everything. Just like all fields, there's gonna be a disconnect between what you study in school and what you actually do on the job. When you're studying AI, when you're taking courses, you're actually learning all of the theory, right? You're learning all of the concepts that underlie models like ChatGPT. And of course, this is important, but it's very different from what you'll do on the job as an AI engineer. The truth is, AI engineering is more about software engineering. You'll be working with APIs, writing tests, building on top of other applications. You're not going to be building anything from scratch on the job. So if you're like me and you just love math, you might actually not like the day-to-day work of AI engineering. In fact, you might actually like AI research more than AI engineering. If that's you, I'd recommend doing a master's, getting some research experience, and even seeing if a PhD is right for you. Okay, group number 2. If you don't care about how ChatGPT actually works, if you've never even seen this diagram before, well, you probably shouldn't be an AI engineer. This is the opposite extreme of group number 1. If you completely hate math and all you want to do is build applications, then you probably shouldn't be an AI engineer. The truth is, you still need to know some of the math to become an AI engineer. First of all, in interviews, you could definitely be asked about diagrams like this one, so you've got to have your fundamentals down. And on the job, if you interact with more experienced AI engineers, maybe a senior AI engineer, I mean, they're gonna know this diagram, they're gonna be familiar with research papers, they're gonna be familiar with the math, and you don't want to seem like an imposter. You need to have that foundational understanding, especially as you talk to more experienced engineers and even researchers. Remember, AI moves incredibly fast, so if you don't enjoy the math at all, if you hate reading research papers, then someone else who does, who actually likes the math, who takes the time to read a paper every once in a while, they're gonna take your job. In my experience, the best AI engineers are the ones who fall in the middle of the spectrum, in between group 1 and group 2. Now, you might be thinking,
Okay, Dev, that sounds cool, but can you give me an actual example? I mean, this sounds kind of obvious.
the answer is yes. I have a short story to share with you. It's about the difference between AI engineering and machine learning. I used to think AI engineering was all about machine learning models like regression, advanced statistics, and more. But it isn't, not even at Amazon. Last year, when I did my second internship there, I was met with a surprise this time. Based on business needs for the team, I was sent headfirst into a data science project instead of the software project I was expecting. The good news was that I already had a good understanding of AI from the master's degree at Georgia Tech. I was excited about the possibility of using neural networks and all the other models I had learned about. Earlier that year, I even built a machine learning practice platform in collaboration with my colleague NeetCode. I definitely felt confident about machine learning, to say the least. Spoiler alert, the internship had very little to do with math and theory. And of course, that's why I always talk about the importance of building projects over obsessing over your GPA or grinding LeetCode. Coming back to the story, here's 3 quick lessons I learned about the reality of AI engineering. First, real-world data is so damn noisy. I mean, almost nothing can prepare you for how noisy the data on the job is. Denoising data is a critical step that can't be skipped, or your final results could be destroyed. Second, getting the data you need is 90% of the difficulty. In most AI engineering positions, you won't be building any models from scratch. Instead, the most time time-consuming step, at least for me, was preparing the input data to later feed into an already existing model. You'll be working with data from a wide range of sources and geographic regions. So obtaining all the data in a structured format so you can feed it into a model is actually kind of tough. Lastly, sometimes you just gotta settle for imperfect results. I was working on predicting the health of AWS devices, but there's a million things that can affect that. It just wasn't realistic to account for every single input variable, like CPU temperature, for example, which forces you to acknowledge uncertainty. At the end of the day, this just solidified for me that building real-world projects, which is exactly what I teach to all of my students, is way more important than memorizing theory. Now, if you're looking for another video to watch, one where I break down exactly how I got into companies like Amazon and Google for internships and full-time positions, check out this video. You don't want to miss it, and I'll see you there.